now tuned in to the Rich Dream Show.
Say we just tryna live, so we just want them M's. Even if it's dirty, we gon' wash it over here. The requiem is clear, so invest in our ideas. And we don't give a fuck about opinions over here. Nigga, we just tryna live. Oh yeah.
What's going on? Would it be like? Yes, sir. And ma'am, and thems and days. Back in this thing for another episode of the Rich Dream Show Pod. That's right. We back in it, and with me, my boy G. I am co-host Smoke. And as you can see, yes, that's right. We got another beautiful black face in here with us today, man. Well, T. Howard, Mr. Tevin, the owner, creator. He's an entrepreneur just like the rest of us. So he is everything for his brand, Hustle Behavior. Appreciate you for coming through, man.
I appreciate y'all boy for having me, man.
Man,
Yes, sir.
good to see you, man. You know, we're going to start it off this week with the Black Business Shout Out. The Black Business Shout Out being Hustle Behavior. I'll get your page printed up, man. And then we'll get a little bit of background on how you started, or where the
Don't worry about the page, man. Let him get into it. We got the man. We got the man on here. We got the man. No page. Let's get into it. Right. So for starters, why I started this brand, I was going through a difficult time in my life, and I just want to inspire, the youth that you don't have to be a drug dealer. So I just put it out there. Even when you're dealing with adversity, you can still transfer that to positivity, and it's just telling you to be resilient and be brave and go out there like, a knight in shining armor, to go out there and just follow your dreams, chase your dreams, as long as you keep God first and continue to just hustle. And you ain't got to, like I said, you can cut grass, you can pressure wash. As long as you out there making an honest living, it gonna hit different. And that's why I do videos every day in me and my work clothes, and just putting that towards my business. It's been growing, and a lot of people are starting to lock in with me. But like I said, I took a year off because I had to learn more material and how I can blend mixed fabrics and all that stuff like that. But I'm here. I ain't letting up this time, though.
Yeah. Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. That's important to, a lot of us jump in this like I did, just jump in and with not knowing much about, running a clothing business, not knowing. I know I ran, we ran into a few problems along the way. When we first started, like sizing issues, like you say, fabric, all of that, man. So to say that you took a year off, you came back better than ever, man. Like I hit you up today, bro. I need one of them red joints, man. I need that. I need that. But man, let me ask you though, man, what just, I know you explained a little bit, but upon thinking about having a clothing brand, what made you want to call it Hustler Behavior?
Well, for starters, I first, you're going to go through names and everything. I'm like, well, first I wanted to have Howard's Menswear, because I always been into fashion. But the more, I was writing down, and Hustle Behavior just stuck out. I had 5 different names, and I'm like, what revolves around your life? And I always had that hustle mentality. So I was like, just using that, and it's put into action. You go out there and hustle, and it's just the behavior of me just always trying to, get that dollar,
Yeah. And I like that you put it into where, it can translate to anything. Like you said, cutting grass.
Yeah.
If you're detailing cars, whatever. Because a lot of times,
Right.
especially, in the culture, we hear hustle. You hustle.
Yeah.
That means
you think it's
illegal activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
So I'm just trying to claim back the word and bring some positivity to it.
that's fine. Because a lot of times, if we apply that same mentality and that same grind to doing something positive, you really can create change.
Right.
I know
You got to understand, we got these young black men just like, well, I want to wear something like that. When they see your lifestyle, because you can always say, but it's your actions that's going to show them the way it's supposed to be, led. So that's why I do it consistently every day, just put it in their face.
That's
right.
part of it.
Right. Yeah, I believe if you have a true leader and somebody, leads by example, that people will follow. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll be good or bad, but just so happen you know, what we do is we try to lead in a positive way. So I think that's dope, man. That's dope. Where you from, bro?
I'm from Louisiana, a small town called Thibodeau.
So we from Louisiana. We know about Thibodeau, man. So we from Natchitoches. I know you probably, you know, you
Yeah, I
down.
know a Natchitoches. Yeah, I know
Okay,
a
okay, yeah. We from Natchitoches, man. So I heard your accent on one of your videos on Facebook. I said, man, bro, sound like he from New Orleans, but he for sure from South Louisiana.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I thought that.
Right.
How
A lot of
was it?
people,
How was
huh?
it growing up? How was it growing up in Thibodeau, man?
I mean, it's a small town, but there's a plenty, you know, talent. It's a nice little vibe of you know, you come out here, we have like car shows, pop-up shops, and you know, parades. So it's a night, you know, it's just like everywhere else. You know, you're gonna have some people that hate you and some people that don't support you, but you got to get out there and make it happen. You know, sometimes that might not be your area,
Yeah.
but you know, you make them believe you. Now, like with me, you know, they wouldn't support me like that until I went out there and got some followers and made a name for myself and got over so many subscribers on YouTube and all that. So
That's crazy though, right?
We talked about
yeah.
it before. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
crazy.
now it's popular for them to, once you get popular, it's popular for them to
It's
support
cool
you.
for you, for them
Yeah,
to come with the support. That's wild.
yeah. Be like, oh, I know you was gonna be something. You ain't know nothing, man.
Nah,
Like,
you ain't think that. You low key was hoping I wasn't gonna be nothing. That way it make you feel better
right,
about yourself, you know. But
right.
hey, we share that coming from small towns, man. That's that mentality, man.
Yeah. But like I said, you got to think outside the box. If it's not working now, you got to go somewhere else, a different location sometime. And
There you go.
like I said,
There you go.
Every
the
time you
internet is a
speak, man,
powerful place.
all I'm hearing is hustle behavior every time you speak, bro.
Yeah,
It ain't working.
Yeah, that's
Get it on.
you got
Yeah.
that. It's
yeah.
a part of it's my lifestyle, you know.
I love
So,
it, man. So, and you a motivational speaker as well. I think I saw.
as well. Yeah.
All right, man. How long you been doing that?
I've been doing this since 2023. You know, I've been doing it all my life, but actually coming out the shell to go speak in different places and all that, you know, took a while, you know, because being an introvert, you're like, man, how are you supposed to do
Yeah.
like?
Yeah,
That's
hey,
big.
boy.
I
Hey.
mean, first just to speak in front of people, period, is something
Yeah,
serious. But
Something
then
serious.
to say, not only am I just gonna speak to y'all, I'm gonna get up here and motivate y'all and tell y'all.
I'm gonna encourage you. You know, I'm gonna make you when you feel like it, you gonna go out there and feel like you can conquer the world.
Yeah, bro, that's dope.
So what do you do to get that headspace when you have to? Because see, look, me, I'm a guy. You know, I'm introvert as well. I had to take speech in college.
Yeah,
I hated that. I hated it, bro.
yeah.
And this ain't nothing but maybe like 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure you may have spoke to hundreds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah.
100 or
Tens of thousands of people.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, what headspace do you have to get into, especially when you go and speak in person? Like what do you have? What's the process before getting up before the people?
Well, first of all, I sit there and I just tell myself, you work hard to get here, and you can't mess up what God has already written in your story, your purpose. So when you go out here and speak, you just like the thing that helped me the most is when I close my eyes and I feel like, you know, God is right there with me. So I will become all that fear that I have, and I just go out there and do a phenomenal job, and I just thank Him at the end of it. But it you know, by starting off, it'll make you feel nervous because you're thinking about what people are gonna, you know, look at you. But you grab that one person in the crowd and you just lock in with that person and just act like you interacted with them, but you're speaking to the whole, you know, facility, wherever you're at, you know, and it make you overcome, you know, you start getting comfortable. But sometimes you got to do it in your uncomfortability to get comfortable.
Right. No, that's facts. Yeah, man, that's facts. You're
saying something.
Yeah, so that would help me in a long way, you know. And after that, I just became, you know, it's just a walk in the park now. Like I don't even see that many people. I just see just me just talking.
Yeah. Nah, facts. What's the biggest crowd you ever spoke to in person?
Oh, it had to be like a couple, like 1,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
it was, yeah, it was at like the Courtyard Marriott. They had like a motivational convention.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, bro?
It was pretty decent, you know. But I also, like I said, I've been talking to Trent Shelton. He has every year for his birthday he has something in New York, and we trying to put it together so I can go out there and speak too.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man.
And that's gonna be more than 1,000 people.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. That's dope, bro. That's dope. 1,000 people. Boy, I look out there in that crowd. Oh shit!
You
Boy,
can't
I have stage fright like a
until
motherfucker.
you see it.
And you be
Man,
like, so you when you get up on it, you be like, you can't turn back now. You hear
yeah,
that?
it's go time then. It's go time
Yeah,
then.
it's go time. Yeah,
You
but
start stuttering. Yeah, you hear
but it has a lot. It really have a lot of people out there really just stutter, but you just got to go with the flow. You're building yourself up. So,
Yeah, just go back to getting more comfortable, and as you go.
Yeah. You got to, because that's what you work hard to get to these points.
Yeah.
And once you start getting natural and you start flowing, and now you just speaking to somebody because somebody in the crowd said something, now you feeding off of what they said in the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Nah, that sound.
all those tips help.
Okay.
When your energy out there.
Yeah.
Now back
But
to
most of the time, I'm just energized and I'm ready to speak anyway.
You already ready to go, man.
Yeah, I'm like, if they don't know my name, but after this show, they're gonna know my name.
okay.
Right. That's a great way to approach it. That's a great way to
got you.
Man, I want it's with your brand, since you've been back after taking a little hiatus. What was one of the things that you really picked up on your journey and coming back that you feel like you implementing right now?
Marketing.
That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah, that's the key. Once you learn how to market, your brand has a different way of reaching a different audience. See, if you just have that mind frame of just putting a reel out there and just not having no concept or just having, just out there, it's not gonna reach a big audience. Then you're gonna have to look at yourself and hold yourself accountable. Like, why? It's something that I'm missing, so I had to learn and take classes and go to different webinars to see what it is that I'm missing. It was like, man, you have the hustle. You can't teach hustle. It's just you lack in marketing.
Nah, that's facts, man. That's facts, man.
Different techniques.
Yeah, different techniques. So sometimes you might have to do like a short, but put like a story onto it. Like for reference, like if you and your homeboy trying to sell a piece, put like a story tagline, like with the piece on the ground and you just having a conversation and be like, who left that in? Or you on the ground or you got a pillar, rich dreams,
Right.
So many things you can do, put into perspectives. Yeah. Because you got to understand, you're trying to grab your audience, finding your niche.
Yep.
So then influence will help too, so if y'all looking for an influencer, now I got a bigger platform than my business page. I have 100,000, 200,000. Then I'm on my way to 100,000 on YouTube. So I'll do it.
You cracking on YouTube, man.
Dope.
Yeah.
So you have one of the gold plaques or something, right?
No, not yet. Once you get 100,000, you're gonna get the silver plaque.
Silver plaque. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, but on Facebook and all that, my business page on Facebook, I got right at 100K.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. We got to get with you for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing how you took that time, and that's I think a value point. People can't be scared to take that time and really.
Right. You gotta, like I said, you gotta hold yourself accountable. Like, if I really want this to work, I gotta find out. I gotta get my ego out the way. Just because you got a dope piece don't mean it's gonna sell if you don't put it in front of the right eyes. And I had to, like, man, I know my piece better than this, and you find yourself in a comparison spirit instead of working. You can have the simplest piece. You can have RD on your, as long as you know how to sell your sell points and all that, And I learned a lot of these things from Hollywood Shaq. So a lot of people that say
I follow him too.
Yeah, so if a lot of people say they never got motivated by him, they lie.
No, he doing it. He was doing it too, bro. Like
he dropped gems, bro.
Yeah. And he a young guy too, so
he real younger than me. Younger than me. I'm
like,
30.
he like early 20s, right?
Yeah.
Real, very young, man. He really doing it. Hell yeah, man. So
think
so
that
I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna ask you, like, so when you first dropped the line, what are some, I guess you could say, obstacles that you had to go through in those early stages when you just trying to kind of get in the game a little bit?
Right.
Those
When I
obstacles.
first started, I didn't know nothing about manufacture. I started on a third-party app like Printify and Printiful, and I was getting mad because my customers was complaining about, how it looked, and I didn't see it because I didn't know, I didn't know to get a sample before I put it on my website. So that was a
Right.
struggle. Then I transitioned into Alibaba, and man, ooh,
Take
that
4
was
months.
crazy.
Oh, yeah. It take 4 months.
Yeah. And then that's when I started finding different ways like WhatsApp, and I had trial and error. One of the, manufacturers ran off with my money.
Man, that's
And
wild.
being green, didn't know better. I'm excited. I'm just gonna send you my bread and
Right.
ain't back from them.
You know what's crazy? The guy that put me on game about how to, deal with the manufacturers as far as payments and samples and all that,
Yeah.
Hollywood Shaq.
Yeah, full payment.
I was watching this live one day,
Yeah.
and he was telling people like, yo, if you got a clothing brand
Mm-hmm.
and all of these manufacturers hitting you up, which they do on Instagram all day, every day. Hey,
Yeah.
man, tell them send you a sample for free, or you just pay the shipping. Okay,
Yeah.
once you're ready to make the order, split the order up into 3 payments.
Yeah. You got to.
Make them show you videos, photos of your order before you send
Yeah.
them money. So
Yeah.
he broke it down. Man. And
Yeah. You make sure you get you get a manufacturer where you can see they shop and ask them their production. Yeah, because I don't want nobody with everything on the float. My order gonna have ink on it. I don't want none of that.
Right. Man, because I know when I first started, bro, I was sending them boys the whole whop, and I never got
Shoot,
messed over, but I was sending
I
them the
got messed
whole
over,
thing
bro.
right off the rip,
I
man.
got messed over. My first drop, I think it was like 5,000. That dude hit me for the 5,000. I was sick. I ain't want to go to work. I ain't want to go to work or nothing. I laid down.
Martin say,
Yeah, I laid down. I laid down. I'm like, man, I don't even want to go. I'm sick.
bro, that make you listen. I had a moment back when this was like my first. I ordered the t-shirts off of Alibaba.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the merchandise. I might have spent like it was just t-shirts, like 2 colors. I think I spent like $2K.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when I got them shirts, bro, like I said, I didn't know anything about sending them size and shorts. Bro, them shirts was so off, bro. Man, that damn near broke my spirit for not wanting to do anything, bro. Like, I
Right.
sat there for a few months, and I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to do it, bro. Like,
Right.
it was just, that's just the struggles that you go through in the beginning sometime, man. But like you said, sometimes you have to sit back and, learn, get game,
Yeah, we
and
get
come back
excited.
even better.
Yeah, we get excited because we have this fire design and we just send it to them. Like, this is my mock-up. I want you to make it like their mock-up. And they going to make it just like they want to make it. This going to be all tight.
I'm like, nigga, you made my shit how you wanted to make it. I ain't want it like that, nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but the
Like,
whole,
I swear
the
they
whole,
will, bro. Make the
yeah.
logo super small like that. Bro, they'll do that. They will do that.
No, dude, I'm a force to be reckoned with. I got my tape measure. I want this logo to be 14-inch. I want it to go across the chest. I want my shoulder to drop. I don't want no stitching right here. I just want it to be 14 inches on the sleeve. So I go in details with them now. And if they don't get it right, and sometimes I don't even get the logo on it. Just send me the blank.
The sample.
Yeah, like if there's a
Sometimes
t-shirt
I
or the jersey, don't put nothing else on it. Just send me the
Just the
blank.
blank. That's what I say. That's what I do sometimes too. And like you say, I do that as well. I measure the logos. Even send me a color chart because you might send me the wrong red. I try to be.
You might send me a hot red.
And I'm looking for varsity.
Yeah, almost looking like a pink over there.
Man, come on, man. You give me so you gotta. I think
Yeah,
clothing brand owners that's watching this, man, you have to be very detailed with these manufacturers because at the end of the day, if you don't be detailed and you get your stuff back and you like, oh, bro, what their excuse is gonna be like, hey, man, you didn't send me that. You didn't tell me
like it's your fault.
tell me how big you wanted the logo. You didn't say what shade of color or shade of red that you wanted. They gonna be able to play with you like that. So this way you get more detail, you protect yourself. I also make them agree to, hey, man, if anything is messed up or not how I want it, y'all gonna make this over for me. I make them agree to all of that before I,
you got to, because like you said, they
man.
come back on you, be like, brother, you did not tell. Well, they tell you, brother, I'm mad
There
now,
you go.
boy.
You were
Hey, that's the one right there.
Yeah.
Brother, you did not say this. Like, I'm like, bro,
Oh
I
yeah,
ain't
boy,
your
I
motherfucker,
get hot.
but I ain't your brother right now.
I told one of them, I said, I will come to Pakistan. That boy told me, so when you come to Pakistan, I'll put you in a dumpster. I said, well, I ain't going to
Well,
Pakistan.
hey, man, I was just playing. I just want my stuff
Yeah,
right.
I said, it ain't got to be all that.
I'm just talking shit.
You got to bring it back. Brother, come on.
Brother,
Tell my brother, it ain't got to be all that.
I just
You
want
got my
stuff
address.
right.
You better send me a bomb to my house, man.
Man, look, so what the anthrax stuff, man.
Oh
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
he
Don't
got the
do
act
all
right
that.
out of me quick. I
Come
said,
on,
brother,
man.
ain't got to be all that, man. You ain't got to be hot.
Right. Nah, man. You do have to be detailed with them. That way, like I said, it protects you. Anything that they go outside of those details, that's their fault.
Right. Yeah, but I'm still learning along the way. But by getting my fabric and my merch, all the other stuff that I can fix that, like if it's a small detail on my drawstrings, I want, a heavyweight or a lighter, drawstrings, or I want the metal tip on it. Those small details, it comes into play too. But as long as you get the main part, like you say, your sizing, because everybody don't wear the same size, especially if you're doing the set. Somebody may wear a large top and a medium bottoms. That's why I learned to sell it separate. I would put it on because I wear an extra large top and an extra large bottom, but somebody else might not wear it. So that's why I sell it separate.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Make a lot of sense. Yep.
So I sell a top, say for 55, and I sell a bottom for 45, but they're still gonna end up paying, the one price because they ain't gonna just get the top.
It's still gonna be the price of what it is. That's
Right.
That's one.
Yeah.
Your marketing techniques right there, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you put the work in. Some people are lazy to go research,
Yeah. And that's what we're seeing from what you're telling us. The biggest things is dive into your product, definitely research, be resilient. Obviously, you're going to have some setbacks and everything.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to win all the time. I got to lose sometimes because that's a lesson that you're going to learn in the process. So if I'm winning, all of a sudden I get that loss, I'm going to have a heart attack. Oh, no, because I never lost along my journey. So I take the losses with it.
Yep. I always tell me and him talk about this sometimes. I tell him like, bro, I don't mind taking the stairs versus the elevator as long as we get there.
Yeah, some people want it to happen overnight.
Yep.
It ain't gonna happen like that. Sometimes it can, depending on the area, sometimes you might hit that right piece and get it in the front, the right eyes, That's just like, I forgot that girl, Brad. She ended up giving Rick Ross a shirt, and once he posted it, man, her brand took off. Yeah, went crazy.
But you know what? She probably was prepared for it too. See, we gotta prepare. We gotta prepare ourselves. We gotta prepare ourselves every day.
Right.
If that happens, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it wouldn't have taken off. It wouldn't have taken off just because Rick Ross, shared that picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know who you're talking about.
I forgot her name though, but she was in the little class I was in for World and Vision. I forgot her name.
Yeah, but I'm sure she was ready though. You get what I'm saying?
She was ready. Yeah, she was
ready.
Yeah, she was physically and mentally ready for that.
There you go. You get you stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right. When your number is called, you ain't gonna miss it.
Proper preparation against poor performance, man. Straight up.
Yeah. So that was a real blessing for
For sure, man. For sure.
And that's the thing. Even with athletes, they say, you gotta prepare how you want to play. So
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's with anything that you do. Even if you're at work, if you take the shortcut, you're gonna take the shortcut in life.
Facts. That's fact.
A lot of people don't think about that. Like, oh, I don't want to be at work. Well, if you can't work, how you gonna work on your crafts? You're not gonna be passionate about what you're doing on your clothing brand.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't want to take their time. They just want to. I'm gonna get old boy to do this or this. What about you? You got to make people believe in your brand. If you're not wearing it or supporting it, how you want somebody else to get on that bandwagon?
That's dope.
I was told around when I first started, maybe like the first year or so, I was talking to one of my, she kind of like a sister to me, and she had a boutique that was doing very well at the time. And, you know, I was like, man, how do I market a clothing brand? Like, she had a boutique. I have a brand. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little something different. Yeah. So I was like, bro, how do you market this? She was like, well, what you probably have to do is you have to let people into your life and kind of let them get to know you more, which is why we do.
Love a story.
Yeah. Which is why we do the podcast. You know what I'm saying? And I market the way that I do. But that's the thing, though. You have to let people in. You can't just be behind the computer posting a T-shirt, posting this, or putting somebody else in this. Sometimes that may work though. Getting that ambassador, that may
depends
work.
it depends on how you putting it on. Because people, if you put it on and they like it, they're gonna grasp it. They're gonna check your page out and start liking. Some people blow up off of pictures and carousels like that.
Sure.
Yeah. We've had different areas where, and just exploring different things as far as having people model the brand, just doing various shoots where we do the brand as well. So it's a lot of things, doing different skits and reels. I feel like it's a lot of different things until you find your niche of what works.
Right. And like I said, I'm proud of y'all boys. I see y'all, even though I wasn't selling clothes, I'll always watch y'all, like something, I'm like, man, them boys doing it,
For sure, man. Look, I've been seeing you too, bro. Like I said, I was heavy on Facebook when I first really ran across you. You know, you would do your motivational speeches in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro. Like, and I seen that you had a big following. I was like, okay. And he sell clothes too, which is what made me follow you.
Right.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to lock in with bro. But shit, that was like maybe a little bit before you kind of took your break and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, when you came back with this one, which is a tease, I'm gonna make sure everybody see it on this episode. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, bro, he came back strong. He came back. He came back strong for sure.
Yeah, but like I said, that's just the warm up part there. The spring wear, like I said, the spring wear, I got something.
That's the teaser, huh? We just teasing you at the end of winter before spring hit. That's all.
Yeah.
So
I just want to get my feet wet, but like I said, I've been working. Like I said, I listen to Hollywood Shack. Take that time and find your season where you really gonna lock in and get your samples and get ready. So now I'm ready. I done shopped around and got the samples, the colorways that I want. Now I just got to put it into, to play, put it into action. And I'm ready for it.
Can you tell us about your latest drop? If you have any samples there with you, or you want to tell us about what you got coming up in the works as well?
I mean, I have somewhere I have, because right now I see, the rugby collar shirts are in style, but I also made it like a polo collar shirt. I have that coming out, but before that, I have the windbreaker set coming out. I got the crazy colorway coming out this time. It's a half zip with the pockets on the front, and I got my brand, just player made simple, but not too much, but the colorway is gonna bring it out, and I got the socks to match it.
Not the socks, man. Come on, huh?
He said
the socks.
Hell, now
I for sure might to get some of them socks now for the spring, man. I want my socks now.
Oh yeah.
I want my socks, man.
And like I said, I signal and I made everything is gonna be HB. So if you don't want to say hustle behavior, HB clothing. Okay. That's gonna ring. They're gonna be like, what that is? HB. That's all you need to do. HB. Yeah. So and like I said, one of the rappers, y'all probably know him, Snug from Baton Rouge.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Feel like right. I feel like I heard of.
Yeah, that's the one that blowed up off of TikTok.
What song do we have? What's the name of it?
Well, the song that I be putting is that Hold Up. Yeah, I like it. I like that song.
Okay.
He had a freestyle. He was on somebody podcast. I'm gonna have to send it to you, but
yeah. I'm gonna check him out.
He wore one of my spring shirts because I had give it to him, and people were going crazy behind that spring shirt. So I'm like, I'm not even ready to release that. We still we still got a little winter, a little cold weather.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, man. But it's important to build momentum like that.
Yeah.
I've used that as a tactic before. Like that, it works. It works for sure.
Works on things. People been talking about GTA 6 for I don't know how long. Building that anticipation.
Yeah.
We all waiting on that.
Yeah, I'm like, man, they said 2025, man.
Man, it's coming and about to go. Shit. Man.
Yeah.
Well, big dog, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. Like I said, I've been wanting to tap in, lock in with you, man. Like Rod said, if you got anything coming up soon, man, anything else you want, speaking engagement, pop-ups you're going to be at, that, for the people to know, let us know what you got going, bro.
Oh, yeah, much love, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, man, appreciate
Peace, bro.
y'all follow,
Peace.
man, _hustle behavior, all one word.
Yes, sir.
I would appreciate
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Already, bro.
Yeah, man, that was dope, man. That's our Black Business shout out for the week.
That's how we do it, man. That's how we're going to do it for the 2025, man. If we can get the guys to come on here, talk about their business for a little while, I kind of like this better. What you think?
That was dope, man. That was
I like it like this. That's cool.
So, guys, get up, they thems. You got to put everything in. We're going to be looking for y'all, man.
I kind of meant everybody when I said guys. When I say guys, I don't be meaning just men. You know what I'm saying?
You just gotta be
politically correct.
Gotta be careful with it. You never know.
Man.
You ain't Trump in office.
What the fuck we want to do, man? And we're going to get into that later. Come on.
All right, that's too soon.
Let's roll. Back to the normal schedule, baby.
Of course, man. We appreciate our Black Business shout out _ for coming through. I want to give a shout out, of course, to our sponsor, the Rich Dreamzz clothing.
Oh, shit, I don't have nothing Rich Dreamzz on. You got some Rich Dreamzz on? You got some, okay, yeah. I tried it. I threw it back to the pop. Man, this is my boy, Hustle. Hustle's always moving. My boy Bam Bam, man, out of the city, man. Well, out of the town, not the city. Back home. This is my boy, Bucket. This that Kanai. I'm the old school type of nigga. You know what I'm talking about? It's that old Kanai, man. I just threw it.
Man, Hustle's always moving, man. That boy Bam going ham. That's for real.
That's it. Yep.
Make sure y'all tuning in as well, man. Of course, we got the site launch out. You can go directly and get it from us, richdreamzz.store/shop. We got everything on there that you need. And you can get with us as well on the page. If you want to give us a shout out, just let us know how we're doing, things that you want to see from the brand. You can contact us there as well.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yes, sir.
That's Rich Dreamzz TV with 2 Z's at the end of Dream TV all together.
Wow. See the live in effect direct, you understand? And we be dropping dropping live streams on the Fridays. Because we do this one take,
Yeah.
It's dust. It's really good. So did the Black Business shout out. Now we gonna revert back to, our usual thing, the R list, the real life shit topic for today. This was interesting on right here. That boy G say he want to talk about keeping the main thing the main thing.
Yep.
If you
what do you think about when you hear a statement like that?
Well, being from the 90s, born in the late 1900s. So to me, when I've heard that saying before, it's always been about just staying focused. Pretty much minding your business. Don't be veering off when you're supposed to be, getting something. Or I've heard it as well in the relationship sense as well. Or
of course,
whoever it is that you're supposed to be focused on, make sure your attention is there and don't be divvying off.
We bringing this back to the relationships. That's what we doing.
It's not, man. At the end of the day, man, humans was born to do one thing: reproduce and die. Man. So that's everything. Kind of leads back to that.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, that's what it means to me. Staying focused on the end goal, and not letting yourself get sidetracked by other things.
Yeah. That sounds about right. What I was thinking about the same thing. I was actually thinking about a conversation I was having with my boy John T the other day, and I was telling him about all the things that I was trying to do with my with my suite, with the barber and stuff. Because I felt at a point probably maybe like December, that last quarter of the year. I really wasn't. I think I was just going through the motions. You get what I'm saying? And I was kind of seeing it in my work, and I was like, man, it's with having a baby, with you know having a fiance, with us having our things that we have going, it's a lot. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. But I think for me, what I had to remember was, the barbering is why I'm here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here. So I can't, if anything, I can't let shift my focus away from that, because for the most part like I said, they funded us to be here. My family, the clothing brand. You get what I'm saying? The podcast. So I just seen it in my work, bro, and I was like, yo, like when I got in this, I had a certain fire about myself, and and then I got into just worrying about like how much money I was making, which I'm 100% sure every barber does this. You get what I'm saying? But
Everybody in the profession.
yeah, you thinking about that. But when I first got into this, bro, I promise you, that wasn't at the forefront.
Yeah.
That wasn't at the forefront. What was at the forefront was get better every day, and the money will come. So, which is why, you see me posting more. I probably post every day now on my barber page, which I wasn't at all. If I probably go like weeks without posting on my barber page, with being so focused on the clothing brand and the podcast. But I had to realize, like, yo, this is your bread and butter right now. You have to keep a certain fire about this. You have to realize, like, yo, I got to keep going hard at this. I keep going hard at this, everything else gonna be good. You feel me? So,
Because it's you
that's
too.
kind
At the end of the day.
Huh?
That's you. That's who you are too. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
When you started off, I remember G the Bo.
Right. That was me. That was it, man. Like, I didn't even, me having a clothing brand, that was like something that was, I thought about it and I was like, yo, I love fashion. I like to shop at the time when I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I love to shop. I like to get fly, all this and that. Barbering is really like, that's a passion. Like I said, I did that for free for years. Without any problem. You feel me? So I'm just doing it to get better. Like in school, I'm doing it to get better every day. I don't care if they give me a tip or not. I want to see progression in my work every day, every month, or every 3 months. So I think I just had to get back to that. And that's what made me think about the topic for today, man. Just getting back to what.
My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, just getting back to the thing that started all of this. Getting back to the thing that I was once like, this is all I want to do. You feel me? So I think that's kind of what made me think of the topic for today.
And I think that's still in you, because that passion, like you say, and like we was talking about with Tevin as well. Sometimes you have to get reignited, and something has to re-spark the energy. But it's there because I know what I've seen. I've seen you just study the craft for hours on end. Like, nobody making you. You just like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna study from the time I wake up till it get dark outside. Like on some real deal old school work type of thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Fire.
I had to tap back into it though, bro. When you just get into a routine of doing things, I'm a very routine guy, as I'm sure you are too.
We humans.
Most guys around our age are. If you're not routine, then you probably ain't really doing shit unless you just rich as hell. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
But I get into the routine and noticing that I was slacking off on the barbering side of things, it made me want to sharpen up in each area, not just barbering, making sure being cognizant of I'm gonna continue to push myself in barbering, push myself on the clothing brand, push myself on the podcast.
Yeah.
And keep holding myself accountable,
For each
if
area.
not every day, every week. Make it every so often, like, okay, how can I make this better? How can I make this better? But bro, once I acknowledged that in myself, that I felt I was slacking off, and I changed it, I started putting more effort into my work. I started posting more. It gave me a feeling of like grateful to be able to continue to do this, what I love doing.
We
You
forget a
feel
lot
me?
of times that the situations we be in, they is in a certain way, we talked about before, privileged situations. And they blessing. It's a
Yeah,
blessing to be able to,
yeah,
wake up and by any means, rich dream way, or, working as an entrepreneur, working period. You able to provide for your family. And that you able to, take something like you said that you just had an interest in and make that some form of a career as well. So it's an amazing position that we get in, and I like what you said, because I felt that way too at times, where I feel like, okay, I want to do this, so as far as work, I really don't care about it, so I might not go as hard as I know I could. But then again, like you said, that it all is cohesive and it all goes together,
yep,
because you have a
yep.
lazy day, for me at the office, then you just like, well, I'm still drained. So when I get home, I'm just gonna kind of hang out and chill. Don't feel like doing much there either. Might
Yeah,
make it a whole lazy day.
yeah. No, and see, that's just a wasted day, man. For what we're trying to do, we can't really waste many days. We got to do something productive every day, even if it's something small. We can't just waste days away like that. We shouldn't have been, but we could earlier on in life, early 20s, mid 20s. Okay. But now where we trying to be, bro, I want both of us at 40, bro. Like, I want us to be super straight. We still gonna be, we still gonna be getting to it, but we gonna be living a different type of life at 40, bro. I promise you. I promise you. Like, we just gotta lock in, stay productive, stay forward thinking. Anything that need to be changed, anything that need to be fixed, anything that need to be done more of, we just need to do it. And we can get there. I believe that. We can get there for sure.
Believe that, man. Just having that, that spirit of getting it done.
Get it done.
I work the ins and outs of everything, but how can we make it happen? And keeping that mentality. Nah, man, that's dope. That was a great message for today. I'm glad you said that.
Yes. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like you said, man, once we get into these different facets of our lives with families and adding on, it could all kind of compress up on you at times.
Hell yeah, man. With you being a new father, me, I'm relatively new. My baby is, she coming up on a year, about to have another, have
We
another
got
edition.
kids that got grown kids, so I feel like we babies in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got homies that got teenagers and grown
I'm
kids.
saying that
So we
we
still
go.
do. We still relatively new fathers. So we still trying to figure out the balance.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's important to figure that out. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. And this is generally speaking, not just for the businesses. Anything. We could be talking about exercising. We could be talking about
Like
being
you
a
said,
better, yeah,
a high quality of life, a high standard for yourself. That
high
trans,
functioning.
yeah.
I heard that word somewhere, high, or that term, that phrase somewhere, high functioning.
I've heard it in a not so positive sense, but I've heard it as well.
Yeah, yeah. You probably heard the opposite, low functioning. Yeah, right. So, but no, you gotta be on top of that, for yourself, man. And I think as long as you're on top of it, you cognizant of the things you do need to work on, because it's always something that nobody's perfect. So you're always going to have something to work on. Nobody just has it. Like even billionaires, they're still working to get better at whatever they're doing. So we need to be doing the same thing, probably times 10.
I think a lot that goes into that too is just being receptive, using the tools around you, because there's so many people that you can look at to influence you in a positive way and manner, as far as just taking steps. Even if you just find one thing, whether it's just like, oh man, okay, you're right, I maybe should take that class or whatever, like Tevin was saying, or dang, I ain't never thought about posting from this angle or whatever, little bitty thing. Or like you said, man, wake up, man, let me give me a 15-minute stretch and workout in, man. If I'm talking about I ain't got enough time for anything.
It's just like on Mondays, like, sometimes I don't be feeling like going to the gym. On Mondays, that's my only day off. But I make sure I do some calisthenics at the house. I'm going to do something on Monday. Like I don't, that's one of my days that I work out on. So if I don't go to the gym, I'm going to do something at the house. So it's all about just trying to be productive, sticking to doing what you say you want to do, but doing the things necessary to reach your goals. That's really what it's all about.
As far as like with the family thing, that's been something I've been trying myself diligently to work at, as far as just learning, because it's been about me for a long time.
Yeah.
But keeping that mindset that it's bigger than rap, it's bigger than me, and then but also understanding that too, I have to function in order to be able to lead the household in a functioning way as well.
Yeah.
So like you said,
so you got to set the precedent. You got to set the precedent. You got to, like with Z, she understand that I have to, like, I'm grateful to have a mom like her. Don't tell her I said this, y'all. I'm just playing. Nah, but also real stuff. I'm grateful to have a mom like her for my kids. And she understand like what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do. There's really no nagging about it. If it's business that I'm handling, there's no nagging at all about it. She gets it. She understand. Even though she's here with the baby all day, she understand when I have to come home and work on set. Like if I have to come home and work on the podcast episode, or if I have to come home, work on clothing brand stuff, like she gets it, so that's one of the things you gotta be kind of locked in and have a good understanding with whoever you with. If you're an entrepreneur or you're doing something in that realm, it's gonna be times where you gotta do stuff and they gotta sit there with you. If you have kids, they gotta watch the kids. Because I think at the end of the day, you have to realize, like, I'm doing this for us. This is what I'm doing for us, not just me. You're going to benefit. The baby's going to benefit from this as well.
Yeah, man. That's it. Like you said, it all goes back to the main thing. And that's what it is. As long as you keeping that spirit of, I'm doing this to put it back to square one, to the house. Man, as we go in on that topic and we run, of course.
Here we go. I knew it was coming soon.
We go into some other brothers that was keeping the main thing.
Come on now.
Black History. Shout out for the week, man.
Okay.
Talking about the deacons of defense and justice.
Yeah. What you know about them?
Man, so
Don't pull them up. Let's talk about it. I got the whole scoop for you. So listen, it's crazy, bro. Cause I learned about this. I knew nothing about this 2 years ago. I had a cop, one of my clients from Mississippi, and I hate that it was him that put me on to it. Cause we go back and forth. About my boy Jerry, man. Shout out to my boy Jerry B, man. We go back and forth. Like I'll mess with him about some Mississippi stuff. And he'll mess with me about some Louisiana stuff. Like I say, bro, hey man, Peyton Manning from Louisiana. Peyton Manning from Mississippi, his daddy. I'm like, man, he wasn't born in Mississippi, but
Hey, Mitchy
he put
Bakey.
me on. Yeah, yeah, he put me on to it. He put me on to it a couple of years, probably like 2 years ago. Like you said, Deacons of Defense, Deacons of what's it? Deacons
A
of
defense
Defense and what?
of justice.
Defense of Justice. See, I just knew Deacons of Defense. Deacons of Defense and Justice, however you say it. So these are some guys. These are a group of black men, African Americans, got tired of, the KKK and white supremacists, also the police probably insult them, but assault them as well. Got tired of it, man. So they grouped together, got a few black men from the community, and they formed the Deacons of Defense. It started Bogalusa, Louisiana. I think that's South Louisiana, right? Bogalusa, that's South Louisiana. That's the first chapter. 55 is when it started, and I think it's about 20 chapters. I think it was up to 20 chapters that they expanded to. I say, bro, these are guys that was putting it down from the crib. You know what I'm saying? They were putting it down from the crib, man. Big shouts out to them because that's something that take a lot of guts, man. Back in those times, because this is Jim Crow era, bro. This is Jim Crow, so it took a lot of guts, man. It took a lot of brave men to do something like this.
And like you said,
You can pull it up now.
And them keeping it in keeping in mind their community, man, and making sure that they was policing themselves. I think a lot of people talk about that's how gangs originally started, was people was getting together to help police the community, and that's that's where we stem from and what we needed to get back to. But yeah, man, I think that civil rights people that was marching, that was doing the protests and everything like that. So definitely fire that these men took it upon themselves to fight for their community. Seeing in there was veterans that made it up as well, because black people have always been a influential force in the military, fighting for a country that don't really love us.
That's tough, up, boy.
It's crazy to think that they came home and they dealing with Jim Crow. You done fought for your country to make sure everything good, and then you come home and you equal but separate. So, man, and then of course it's probably got a little bit more to how they ended, but it say that a lot of the laws and civil rights was passed by the work that they did, and hopefully, they got to lead some type of peaceful lives. But I'm sure it was a lot of unfortunate events before that happened.
Of course.
Elders, bro, had me on one because they had some gangster names, boy. It was Frederick Douglass Kirkpatrick.
Patrick, man, come on now.
And then Ernest Willie Thomas, the two founders right there, man.
So there's actually a movie that you can go watch. It was made in 2003. I think it was based on an incident in Jonesboro. No, Bogalusa. I think it was the incident in Bogalusa. They were actually, from what I just read, what you pulled up, they were actually founded in Jonesboro, 1964. But they had the movie on the incident that happened in Bogalusa, I want to say. Forrest Whitaker stars in the movie. He one of the main characters, he's the main character, I guess you could say.
Let me see if I can find that real quick, bro.
I think that's what it's called, Deacons for Defense. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yep. Yeah, that's it right there. Deacons for Defense, 2003.
There you go.
Yeah, man. So, if y'all want to have a little bit more history on it, but shout out to the Deacons for Defense, Deacons of Defense of Justice.
Yeah.
Really some of the civil rights leaders embody that spirit that a lot of us need to have today. protecting ourselves and policing ourselves. So that's our our Black History shout out for the week. Man, it's been a beautiful, yet another short month, of course. And as we dive into the next topic, man, you say you got NBA teams on the come up, huh?
Who you thinking, man? So who you thinking for this home stretch into the playoffs or the play-in first, then playoffs? Who you looking at as kind of like maybe make some noise? Not the obvious Cavs, Celtics, Thunder. Of course, they're obvious, right? Nuggets, but the rest of those teams that's kind of like
teetering
right there in the thick of things. Who you see coming from both sides, East and West? Who you see?
We talking just the young guys, or what we talking? Young teams?
I'm just saying like teams.
Okay.
The teams that's like currently in the playoff picture.
As far as
you think can make a run
goes, I don't want to sound crazy, but the Warriors making a push. I know.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen. Hey,
it seems like they got some juice over there.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I like how the Warriors look with Jimmy. I think having a player like him in the playoffs where he steps his game up from the regular season, I think it's great for the Warriors because they actually needed a spark, bro.
Right.
The Warriors were really dead in the water midway through the season. Like before they got Jimmy, bro, they were dead in the water. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the Warriors. I ain't gonna lie. The way the Lakers looked against Denver Saturday night, bro, I ain't gonna lie, boy. They look good, boy. They look good. I'm still like, okay, well, you still don't have a big, though.
Yeah.
Playoffs, it's only so much.
It's going to be
yeah. So, but I like everything else. They play good on-ball defense. They playing great offense. I like everything else. But that's my two teams in the West.
Put the king down there in the post if it really.
We're not going to, come on, bro. This game, to see, bro. See, that's why I don't like to give y'all niggas.
Hey, Joe.
But nah. And he did his thing Saturday. They whooped the Nuggets Saturday. I don't know if you seen the score or seen the game. They whooped the Nuggets Saturday. But I think in the East, I think the Magic could make some noise now that what's his name? Paolo Banchero's back.
Oh, yeah. Ranchero, I think it is. Or that could be a name.
Banchero, yeah. Paolo Banchero. Yeah, he's back, and then the other guy's back.
Jalen Suggs.
Wagner. What's his name? Wagner.
Yeah.
I think it's like yeah. So I think they could make some noise. Knicks, I'm not sure, bro. Like I think they're gonna be worn down by the time the playoff come. What you think? Nigga playing 48. The nigga playing 49 minutes a game, bro. And ain't nothing but 48 minutes in a game. No, I'm saying Tibbs, the coach, he plays the starters 49 minutes a game.
That's been his MO from the get-go, though.
Derrick Rose days. But that's why they burn out in the playoffs. They tired, bro. They're tired.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be the fatigue factor, but I just don't believe in the heart of the Knicks to go, super deep, period. I mean, no offense, but Cat, he not that guy.
Cat been balling this shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie, boy.
Hey, that's very James Harden of him. Good job. But when it comes down to brass tacks, man,
yeah. But I see this is the thing. This is the difference this year. I think what I'm looking at with Cat. I'm looking at a guy. Early in his career, he did have a few years where he didn't play as well in the playoffs. But now he's a little bit older. He has a little more space down there now that he's not playing with Rudy Gobert. And I think Brunson is not as ball dominant as Ant was. So, have a few more opportunities, but I ain't gonna lie, Cat gonna foul, man. He gonna get in foul trouble. That's the thing with him. He gonna get in foul trouble, dog. That's the only thing that really, really messes him up in the playoffs. He gonna get in foul trouble.
I'm hurt, man. Wemby done for the season.
Yes, man. Get well soon to the young man.
Yeah. Is this the beginning of?
I hope not, man. I hope it's
But we
not serious, bro.
seem like we see these bigs, these phenomenal, talented bigs, time and again, and just don't hold up like like we would hope.
But blood clots at 21 is crazy. Like, I don't know of a player that's ever been that young with blood clots. I know Brandon Ingram, he probably was maybe like 25.
Yeah.
24. So I guess that's still kind of young, but damn, man, this won't be second year. And I hate that for him, man. I just hope, I hope he can come back sort of like Brandon did and be okay. And versus being like Bosch was, I hope his career's not over.
Hopefully he's healthy, just first and foremost, and then hopefully, he can definitely play some more. Let's see, but that kind of takes, and that was one of my sleepers, but that takes kind of them out of it because without him,
yeah,
I mean it's still a squad because you got Fox, you got Fox. I think that would honestly be about it for me. I'd say maybe the Hawks, depending on Trae Young's health.
True.
He's been up now health wise this year. Yeah, that would be it. I'd say definitely would like to see what the Mavs do. Do you think is Ed Davis? Have we gotten a verdict on him coming back?
Well, I haven't heard anything about when he's coming back. If he could ever get healthy, like say if he can come back in a week or so, and he stays healthy, I believe that they'll be a sleeper, but I just don't know about the health of AD. That's the only thing. Because I think they're constructed pretty nice. Like I think I've told you previously on another episode that they kind of structured the way that 2011 team was. You got a bunch of shooters, guys that can defend. You got Kyrie, your wing that can get you 30 or 40, and you playing through AD. And you got the two bigs, that way he ain't got to play center most of the game. So I think they could, if he's healthy, I think they could make a run. But you just don't know about his health, bro. Like, that's the only thing with AD.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. Very.
You know what else is tough, man?
What's tough?
Big Trump.
Can you play the clip? Do you have the clip? Can I send you a trick? Can I send you the clip so we can play it?
Can you email it to me?
Email it, okay. But we can go and get into it, man. But you seen it though, right?
Are you calling him King? That's what I want to know. King. Are you calling him King? King Trump.
Wait a minute.
He was putting in a proclamation for him to be the king.
Wait a minute. He doing what?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it, man. We called T.I. King for years. He ain't ran there.
Man, listen, I'm not calling him King. Now, that's one thing. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna call you King, buddy.
Man, you gotta bow to your grace.
Huh?
You gotta bow to your grace. That's that what's the Game of Thrones talk right there? Your grace.
Man, look.
We appreciate you for the stimulus, your grace.
You know we're supposed to be getting another one, right?
I heard some talk about.
I just sent it to you.
I'm supposed to get 5Gs or 8Gs.
5Gs, yeah. So this is supposedly from the money that they found when they did the audit. When Elon did the audit, this is supposedly from that. So they're gonna disperse it to the the Americans.
So they found out
we are the Americans.
Yeah, they found out in the audit. They just found extra funds in the audit
of the government.
Just told them.
Hey, listen.
And they divvied it. It just happened to be 5Gs for everybody, huh?
Listen, I want to know, but they had a word on what they was paying for though, bro. They was spending like $10 million on like research on how to fluff a pillow or some shit like that. Like this is, but it was some other egregious things too.
Yeah.
That I heard, but it's like, bro, y'all just spending money just to spend it at that point. Like, come on, man.
And I was about to say they could have gave that to us, but they gonna give it to us now.
Come on, give it to us. They about to do it.
But nah, man, Trump was basically getting into the subject of the trans people participating in the sex that they identify as sports.
Are you able to play that clip?
We gonna try
Okay.
and see
There
what
we go.
happens.
There we
Forward to that. That's a real easy one.
go. Yo,
Trump.
Trump say that dude said this should be a real easy one. This should be a walk in the park.
I don't know if I ever heard him be so smooth. You better do it.
You better do it. Oh no, you better do it. You won't get any federal funding.
Straight like that.
Even though what he say, even though you're a liberal state, I did pretty well in Maine, and they don't want men playing in women's sports. Now listen, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first because you know how I am
He
sometimes.
say a lot of stuff.
How you feel about what Trump's trying to do in this scenario?
Trump say a lot of stuff that I might not agree with, but I ain't gonna lie. In that sentence, he was right on the money. He was
Nail on the head.
I mean, and not even that. I don't even know if I know a lot of just female athletes personally right now. I know I did high school, whatever, but just thinking about, my little nieces and stuff like that.
Your goddaughter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My daughters. I don't want them to have to be growing up facing some testosterone-filled man. Like,
Right.
in a physical competition. That's crazy. It shouldn't be a thought. I've always been for the standpoint of if they don't want to compete with their assigned sex at birth, then there needs to just be a third league then for just trans individuals. If we're going
So this is my thing, man. Because this video actually has been out for about a week or so, I think. I've talked to other guys, I'm a barber, so I talk to a lot of people on the daily. And I'll talk to a few people about it, just trying to get their viewpoints on it. And, some people, of course, the ones that weren't Trump supporters. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a Trump supporter at all. I'm more of a guy, listen, if what Trump says makes sense to me and I agree with it, I can admit that I agree with it. But if he's on some BS that I don't agree with, I'm going to say that. See, I think the problem with a lot of people is when, especially with politics, if you're supporting, like, let's say the people that are supporting Kamala, it's like they can't support Trump. They will find any way to discredit anything that the man is doing. Like I said on the other episode, bro, he's our president now. So ain't no more, okay, we got 4 more years of him. We got him regardless of how much you like it or not.
Thanks.
And it's okay if he says, like, for instance, I brought this to one of my clients and they were like, well, man, why are you even worried about that, man? You ain't, how many cases of that do we know? And I'm like, well, bro, you right. And that's true. That shouldn't be I don't think this should be in this first 120 days. You know what I'm saying? What is it? How does that go? Like, the 120 days, don't they kind of put that as like a checkpoint for presidents, the first
really
120 days in office or something like that? But this shit, I ain't gonna lie, this shouldn't be at the forefront, right? But now that it is, do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? Are you okay with men biologically playing in women's sports and crushing the competition? I'm taking my daughter out of it. Yeah, if she's playing with if it's a transgender in fucking a volleyball, a basketball, or something, no, she's not playing with it. And it's not because of
bigotry or hatred.
the person being a transgender. I could care less. It's because of, it seems like it's an advantage. If we go to the cases that we have recently had, it's an advantage. It's an advantage. It's not fair to the women, to the girls. Also, in this case, I agree with him. I don't think he wrong on this one, to be honest. Like I say, now should it be at the forefront of what you try? Maybe you could have pushed this back a little bit. It's other things that probably possibly could have been more important for sure. But does that negate the fact that I'm in agreement with him? No, I still agree with him on that. For sure. I agree with that.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's the thing. People can't be too mad because majority of the people voted him in there. So, at the end of the day, he's the type of person that he goes on, what he feels like is an important hot button. And once he
Say him.
yeah,
Say
and
him.
he does take this position in a personal standpoint.
And one thing you can say, and one thing, even if you're not a Trump supporter, you should be able to say. But like I say, when people are not supporters in politics, it's nothing that guy can do right for them. They can't do anything right for them at all. There's no needing. But you can't say this nigga ain't got to work. That nigga ain't got to work. Whether you like what he's doing or not, like, he's gotten to work.
He very big.
He came in hot. But yeah, man, it's, like I say, it's one of them things, man, where it's okay if Trump does something. It's okay to be like, well, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't agree with that. It's okay. It's okay.
He active in these streets. So
he gonna do something. It just depends on what he does.
You will get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, you better have it ready, man. Blunts or whatever you do, man.
It's just the beginning, literally.
It's literally the beginning. Yeah. He finna take us. He say like he about to take us back to the good old days of 1865, man. Back when things was, man. Look, I don't know how that goes for black folks.
That's great again.
Hey, look. That might not go too well for black folk, man. Going back to 1865, we was a bit hemmed up in 1865.
Just a tad.
Just a tad, but
Hey, I don't know. Maybe
we gotta just see. We gotta see, bro. We gotta see.
As far as Black America, we only be getting better. I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which America hasn't been getting as great and needs to get great again. But but Black America has been on the prosperous end, I would say.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
With these last, I'd say, probably these last post-pandemic, these last 4 to 5.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's been a bigger push of just diplomacy, leadership. I mean, we've always seen it from as far as the women on education, but I think Black men are starting to get onto that more too, because they've been seeing the women doing it.
That we the brokest and we spend the most money.
I mean, that's been the case for a while for sure. But I think
where do we stop that at though?
I think it starts.
How we ever gonna thrive if we the brokest and we spend the most money?
I think it starts.
It's one thing to be broke, right? It's one thing to be broke. But when you spending the most money, I don't know how great we are as a whole yet. I can't vouch for that one. You're in the boat by yourself on that one.
And that's fine. But I think, and I'm seeing that Black people are starting to focus more on circulating the dollar in their own communities.
Okay. We do for sure.
Yeah. And putting more of a focus on entrepreneurship and building businesses and building cycles of, financial literacy and means of passing things on. I think we have advanced ourselves as far as know-how on certain things like credit, and we are getting there. Now, yeah, definitely have ways to go as far as just, like you're saying, not being the poorest that spends the most money, but do I think we're in the same place that we were in the early 2000s, or do I think there's been a better place fiscally for Black people in this country? No, I do not think so.
I'd have to look up the numbers on that. I can't go off just what I see on social media and what I think. I'd actually have to. So I can't really say, but I do know those two things. Yeah. We are the brokest and we spend the most money. So like I said, I just don't know on that part. But I mean, I hope we can get better and grow and continue to, I guess, try to thrive, attempt to thrive, which I think we can do it, but we just have to be more disciplined. We can't, like I say, you can't be the brokers and spend the most money. That don't go together. That just don't go together. You get what I'm saying? So I'm all for it though, man. Like I say, we're ones that support Black business more, Black business more than a lot of people that I know. So I'm all for it, and I really hope we get there. But that's just me being honest. And like I said, I would have to go back and look and see how we were doing in the early hours in the East. But I'm all for progression, man. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
For sure. We can always be better.
Every time.
But yeah, man, definitely gonna be interesting to see.
We got a long 4 years ahead, boy.
Trump story part 2, man.
We got a long story. Hey, but think about it though. Have you ever heard a president talk like that, bro? You better do it. Oh, you better do it. I ain't never heard of. I just find it funny, right? I find that funny, bro. Like I've never heard a president talk like that to a governor.
Right.
This is some wild shit, man. It's some wild times we in, bro. It's some wild times. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie. And I think that's where he gets us a little bit as far as black dudes. He just a little gangster. You know, you can
listen, man. Listen, I know we gonna take heat from black folk, cause I'm gonna most definitely make a clip out of this shit. A couple of clips. But man, come on, man. You mean to tell me you got a motherfucker up there telling, hey, you better do it. I ain't playing with you. All right, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, you ain't getting shit. You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting. They telling them straight up, you ain't getting nothing.
You look when you look for that government funding and it says zero.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to take me to court? Remember? Yeah. What that boy say? That'll be an easy one. He say that'll be an easy one.
Listen,
come on, man.
You got to deal with the impeachment case. Get out of here. Get it out of here.
Man.
You see what I did with the people on the January 6th? Free
the boys, man. Free the guys. Got them out first day in.
Man, patient and stand by.
First order of business. Free the guys. He's something else. He's something else, man. He's something else, boy. See, Obama should have been like this for us when he got in. Even though I fuck with Obama. I love Obama, man. That was the first president I ever voted for, bro.
Yeah.
I was 18. I'm showing my age a little bit right now, but I was 18 back in 08 when he was running. 08, 09. You know what I'm saying? So he should have been like Trump is with the damn Proud Boys and Nick, them folk in the backwood. He should have been like that for us back then, man. God damn. We had it. Well, at least we thought.
It's just not him. I think that's
clearly. Yeah.
And that's another.
But it should.
He being genuine. Trump is very genuine. So I feel like in the spirit of genuosity, we couldn't ask that Obama because it just wouldn't have been him. It wasn't. That's not him.
No. And see, the thing about Trump is, I think it's said that presidents don't really have as much power as we think they do. But Trump pushed the line on that power, on how much power he has. Like, he pushed the fucking line, bro. Hey, you say I can go. You say I can go all the way right there, right? I go right there, but I can't go further. He gonna go to the line and lean over the line. That's the type of nigga he is.
Grab it right.
Like, he go to the line and lean over that motherfucker, man. Yeah, he like that.
Grab that pussy real quick.
Right. Grab him. Come on, man. You ain't that. Why you bringing up old stuff about our president, man? Come on, man.
That was an inspirational quote. I thought that was a very inspirational quote. Sometimes you gotta grab.
You something else, boy. You something else, man.
Man
can't live down.
You damn skinny. I'm like, yeah. I remember everything. Especially if it's in a
10,000 and 0, huh?
Damn it. It was, man, album of the week this week. This is a tough one.
Got City third. You talk about it, man. They can't see when you had it up. They can't see me talk about this, man. I need to talk about this one. Come on, man. Listen, album of the week. See, if you're from Mississippi, if you're from Louisiana, of course, Texas, possibly Arkansas, Alabama. You know, they might have got a little ski taste out there in Tennessee. Yeah, they probably got a little ski taste out there in Tennessee. Man, you know about this, bro. This dropped in 2000, I believe. Big Mo, City of Serve, man. I'm like 10 years old at this point, man. And like again with the All Eyes on Me album, this was all you heard back home. This was all you heard, bro. All I wanna do, all I wanna do is bang, screw. Man, listen, everywhere, even from like us as kids, like we had this album, bro, as kids.
I ain't
Like
have
not just the
it.
parents. That's what I'm saying. And not just this one, you know, a lot of the Houston rappers around that time, Lil Flip, ESG, Lil Key, all of that. But this one right here, bro, when this one dropped, man, it was man, this was all you heard. This was all you heard. And shout out to them old Houston, Texas days, man. That Screw Music, all of the Big Pokies, the Zero, Lil Kiki, ESG, Lil O, Lil Flip, man. Shout out to all them guys. We grew up on y'all boys out back home in Natchez, man. We grew up on y'all. And it's funny because we're closer to Dallas than Houston. And that music made its way all the way up to Natchez.
When I first heard, like, you know, I'm little kid, I'm under 10.
Right.
I'm
Yeah, you probably
realizing, I'm not even realizing they not from where we from. I'm thinking they from Louisiana or something, because it was all mixtapes. It wasn't no like real album. It was all mixtapes. Hearing screw versions, and
it was all underground.
It was singing it. So I'm like, okay, this is our music right here. Later, like, oh wait, they were from Houston this whole time. We repping them. Lord.
And look, I knew that at that point, but it was still like all you heard, bro. Like it was like Houston music. Houston music was back then in those times, late 90s, early 2000s. From my vantage point, that was like the biggest. That was the biggest, bro. It wasn't no Jay-Z. It wasn't no Outkast or any of that, bro. It was Houston music, Screw music. Like I said, all those guys I named, Lil Flip, Lil O, Zero, Big Mo, all of those guys, like those were the biggest. Big Home. Come up, Fat Pat, chilling with your broad and you already know. And if you want to reach me, hit me on that dial. Bro, I remember, I ain't gonna say the name, but this dope dealer back home.
Yeah, don't say
I ain't gonna say no name. Look, when I said people made, I think he was a dope dealer, a legend. If you look at the nigga car, he look like he sell dope. I ain't gonna lie. Sure. But I don't know if he sold dope or not. But he had a car that he would ride around. He had a Lex. He would ride around, and he'll be playing. Is that the Big Hawk or the Chilling with Your Bro? Chilling with My Bro. I think that's Big Hawk, right? Or Fat Pat. I know they was brothers. I think Big Hawk. Yeah. Man, he would listen to that. I mean, he would ride through where I was living at the time, listening to that. And he had one of the Lex, the hatchback with the fifth wheel on the back, Cadillac, old school. And he had the pop trunk, bro. That's Houston shit. Like, listen, back where we from, Natchez, Louisiana, we were so heavily Houston influenced back in the late 90s, bro. It was crazy. Crazy.
And then, like, it's crazy, too, when I think about that Houston, UGK, Screwed Up influence. The music itself is so damn beautiful because they giving you so much. They giving you freestyle flows. They giving you storytelling. And they got these big ass niggas singing. They literally sing.
Big Mo.
Yeah.
Young nigga never sweat these hoes. Cause they always get chose.
That's Pat right there, right? That's Fat Pat, I believe. Yeah, bro. Who is your, matter of fact, let me ask you this first. What was your favorite track on City of Serve?
Hey, sir, let me pull up the track list. Because I heard so many songs and I ain't even sure what was on there from this tape. All right, so off the dump, I might have to, after what, I done skimmed the track list real quick. That Bar Baby, man. Like,
Bar Baby was
like, it was like an anthem growing up. not even knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. Didn't know what the fuck.
Not at all. Didn't know what bar was.
None of that shit was, but
I didn't have no clue what bar was.
hey,
Man, I'm gonna say,
oh, that
for me,
man.
I'm gonna say, it was a couple of tracks on that, bro. It was, I'm gonna say, man, though.
I was about to say, this is my first song I heard, Chopped and Screwed. That man.
I'm gonna say, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say, man. Which one you like on that, Zane? Which one you like? Yeah, I think I'm gonna say man, bro. I'm gonna say man, and then I'm gonna say Choppers was cold too. I like Choppers back in the day. But yeah, man was a tough one. And of course, City of Serve.
See, I think
Yeah, with Zero. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to hear them if I had actually. I
City
don't
of Serve.
like that.
You don't remember the City of Serve one? All I wanna do is bang.
Okay.
That's City of Serve. Yeah, that's the song.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, and how versatile is that to have on that album? Because like that's the only song that sound like that. I feel like.
Listen, bro.
Beat like that.
I said this a while ago. I said, yo, Big Mo was really like one of the first guys to sing like that and correct. But think about where Drake got his style from.
And you right.
Where he was heavily influenced.
Straight like.
You know about Big Mo. You know about Mo. Yep. But man, shout out to Big Mo, man. Rest in peace. Rest in heaven. You know,
Fat Pat.
He definitely was a heavy influence back in the day with the Houston sound, man. He was a heavy influence. He dropped some great music back then. The thing what I did like about those Houston artists back then, they a lot of them worked with each other. Like they had beats, but back then, before they really got popping, I think they went kind of wrong when they got popping. I think that's when they kind of like shied away from working with each other, like the ones that actually went mainstream. But back before they were mainstream, that was a lot of them was working together, man. And that's what we all wanted to hear. We wanted to hear Zero and Big Mo. We wanted to hear Zero and Trey, Zero and Slim Thug, ESG, and whoever he would be working with at the time. You know, Lil O and whoever. Like we wanted to hear that.
You keep Power, all them boys.
Come on, man. Power Walk Comedian put out a collab tape.
Hey.
You know, so we wanted to hear that. But shout out to Big Mo, man.
Houston hard hitter for real, man. The soundtrack to our childhood a little bit.
Nah, facts, for sure, man. You wouldn't even understand unless you was there, bro. Like, you know how people say, man, you had to be there. Nah, for real, you really had to be there. Like, I ain't faking when I say that. You had to be there to know the chokehold, nigga, that Houston music had on us back then.
It was really too. Because when it first came out, and then when the Chopped and Screwed version came out, it was,
come on, man,
run it back.
That's what I'm saying. So that was an era, man. That was an era, bro. That was an era of music where it was like I say, it had a chokehold on us. Chokehold, for real.
If you ain't never ran that album all the way through, go ahead and put it up on your Serrano, man. I just queued it up for me. Just because, like I said, I ain't recognize all the titles. I got to make sure and get up on that.
Take your pause, man.
I don't know if I'm talking, if you can hear me, if G talking, or if he just sitting there. But, yeah, man. Make sure you subscribing. Rich Dreamzz TV, all one word on YouTube. But if you listen to this just in the podcast space, or if you're watching this on the YouTube, and you just want to listen to us on the podcast space, everything Rich Dream Show.
Yo. All right. I thought we were connected. But anyways, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Rich Dream Show with Smoke and G. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. That's Rich Dreamzz TV, all together. 2 Z's at the end of Dream. We got more drops coming up soon. So follow us at Rich Dreamzz _apparel on IG. Also, hit the site. That's Rich Dreamzz Apparel .store/shop, I believe. I'll put a link up. Don't worry about it. But anyways, appreciate y'all. Again, like my boy said, follow your dreams or they'll become your nightmares. Peace.